I see a black man and one man, I think of strength, black empowerment we have within, building community development. Let's continue to build our own. Let's continue to stay strong. Motivation, no matter the hate, no stopping. You just go. Listen up to Quan, John, and Queen P for giving us a voice. Speak up for what's yours and yell and make that noise. We are kings and we are queens. Melanated royalty, just getting started. Loving self and knowledge. Stack that wealth. Motivational motives, y'all.
So I'm reading this, and it is very eloquent. Like he's using vocabulary words that I had to Google some of the words he was using.
He didn't even mention it how you look. He didn't even mention that.
He did not mention my looks at all. He didn't talk about that at all.
That's right. There you go. See, this man know what he's doing. Go ahead.
Right. So I was like, that was one of there was probably only 4 people on that website I responded to. Hundreds of messages in my inbox, and only like 4 people I actually spoke to. And so I went ahead and replied to him. I was like, look, I'm deleting my account, but if you want to keep up the conversation, I'm very intrigued. Here's my email. I did not expect him to email me. I'm like, this dude ain't gonna email me because he it's just a game and all that other stuff.
So you gave him that because you were deleting your account.
Yes. So I gave him that. And as soon as I sent him that, I deleted my account. So I couldn't even check back to see if he had saw it or nothing. Right.
That's it.
So I sent my email and I deleted the account, and that was it. And then like the next day, I looked at my inbox and I saw a message from him. And he was like, hi, this is the guy from Interpals. Thank you for sending me your email. And he was like,
antennas went up a little bit. Yeah, antennas went up a little bit, right?
Yes. And so we spent like the next week, really talking, exchanging information. Emailing.
No phone
just emailing. No phone, no video, no nothing. Just email. Mm-hmm. Then he talked about his love for poetry, which is, I love poetry. That's my thing. And I was like, okay, do you read it or do you write it? He said he reads it, but he likes to write it. And I was like, well, write me something. So then we spent a month only conversing via poetry. So we were sending each other poems back and forth. And that was the only way we were conversing. And it was great. It was amazing.
That's crazy.
So I finally told him, I was like, look, I just want to make sure you're real. Can you do me a favor? And he was like, bet, tell me anything. And I was like, take a picture with my name written on a piece of paper. I want you to hold up that piece of paper with my name on it and take a picture and send it to me.
Okay. All right.
So he said, okay. And he did it. And my name was all pretty and in cursive and little hearts and stuff all around it. And I was like, fine, I'll do the same thing. So I did the same thing. And I wrote his name on it. Then I sent him the picture. And so I was like, okay, bet. So now I know he's real. So we continued back and forth for a few months. Email. No video, no voice, no nothing.
None of that. Wow, this is interesting.
Just the pictures.
See, this is interesting stuff.
And so we're sending pictures to each other, though, like of our family, what we're doing, where we are, things like that. So he tells me where he's from. He sends me a picture of him and his family and how much he adores his sisters. Like he's fawning over his sisters. He's so very proud of his sisters. So he's like telling me about them. And he's a mama's boy. So he's talking to me about how much he loves his mom and all that stuff.
Right.
And so he's sending me all these pictures and telling me about his life and what he's doing and what his plans are for the future. Then I talked to him about it, and then we just go back and forth. Then finally, I was like, well, I want to hear what you sound like. So I said, record me a voice note.
So you, see, you know what? This man that you're speaking of, you understand? I want our gentleman out here to take some pointers on what he's doing. You understand? And he's not doing nothing malicious. He's not being conniving, but he's being very strategic. You understand what he's doing? You understand? If you guys understood what went down, she was the one that initiated the name on the paper. She was the one that initiated the voice. You understand? If you take your time with the young lady, you understand, she will become more curious and say, hey, cool. This guy isn't out just yada, yada, yada. So quick. No doubt. At the end of the day, that's what all men want, but we'll get to that. But some men go at it differently, and he's being very strategic. He's into her. He wants to know what her mind's like. They're speaking about poetry. He's talking on. He hasn't even mentioned any pictures about her. He hasn't mentioned, yo, let me talk to you on the phone. She's doing the initiating. Very strategic, young man. Go ahead.
So I was like, yeah, I want to hear what you sound like. And so he recorded like a 3-minute voice note. He says
this is a recording too.
It's a recording. It's still, it's not, in the voice note. And he says his name because I asked him to pronounce it for me because like I could only read it, but I wanted to make sure I was pronouncing it right.
Right.
So he says his name for me, and I was like, okay. So then I recorded a voice note. So then that's how we started communicating back and forth. We were sending each other voice notes and not just poems or conversations anymore.
Right.
But it was still via email. Because at the time, I hadn't even had a smartphone yet. So I'm using a laptop for all of this.
Got you.
Yeah. So I didn't even have a smartphone. I know, that's crazy. This was 2015. No, I didn't have.
No, it's cool.
So, yeah, I was a little behind. But, so, yeah. So we're going back and forth. We send the voice note. And then he was like, well, can we video chat? So it was him who initiated video chat. And I was like,
okay, all right. Now, how long did you say straight up, or took you some time?
I thought about it for like 2 days before responding.
2 days, okay.
Yeah.
This is a very patient guy. It's cool.
Yeah, because by the time we video chatted, we had already been talking for like 2 months.
Okay,
I think almost 3 months.
Right.
Yeah. So we video chatted, and I was like, okay, he really does look like his picture, and he's looking at me, and I really look like my picture, and so I guess there was chemistry or something. I don't know. But sexual chemistry, because I really liked the way he looked, and he liked the way I looked. So there was that physical attraction.
Okay.
But so from there, it was just online dating every day. And that's what online dating was. It was trying to cultivate that relationship online.
Right. That's what I was doing online.
Yeah, online. And it was not easy. It was very hard, and I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
Hold up. You didn't, and I'm assuming why you didn't like it, but I'm asking why didn't you like it?
Because I didn't like the uncertainty. Like, I didn't like the fact that this was probably not true. It's not going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? I feel like we're just messing around, or nothing serious is going to come out of it because we live too far away. So we're just supposed to kind of point to these.
You know what? I dig it. And he probably didn't like it either. But he probably didn't like it for another reason. Because you wasn't right there. He want to hold you.
He couldn't grab on that.
He want to hold you. I ain't saying what he want to do with you after he holding you, but he want to hold you. So, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I want to ask you, where did this online dating inevitably lead you to?
Nigeria.
This situation.
It led me to Nigeria, and now I'm married to the guy that is my husband, James.
Very interesting. That was a very interesting, romantic portrayal of what online dating can give you if you give it an opportunity.
If you do it right. You also
this is the thing. When we were younger, when this online thing came new, there was a stigma attached to it.
Like
you
what?
Understand? People looked at you like, when you dated online, that you couldn't get a person in real life outside. For real. That's how it was in the beginning. In the beginning. Well, this is how it kind of started. It started with chat lines on the phone. Before people started doing it online, before all these sites start coming out with, there was phone chat lines in New York. You understand? Where you was able to call the chat line, you was a dude, and you had 30, 40 women on the line. Hey, my name is Sandra, and I live here, and I look this way. I'm looking for this. It started that way. And that's what me and my peoples, when we were in our early 20s, that's what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? You know, we did that. And that's how we was meeting a lot of joints for a lot of women. All right. From across the 5 boroughs. You know, we would call up and then, going to a chick house in Queens, going to a chick house in Brooklyn. Wait. You
spoke to them on the phone.
Yes.
and just had to believe that they said what they look like?
Check it out. You talk them on the phone, and then you sending messages back and forth. You're hearing them. Mm-hmm. And then you have the option of going live with them to talk to them as if they're really on the phone with you, like this.
Okay.
You talk to them on the phone, and then, like I said, men, I'm not gonna say. And I seen a TikTok with Steve Harvey the other day, and he was 100%. And a lot of men probably don't agree with him. They asked Steve Harvey. They said, "You got any female friends?" He said, "For what?" And they was like, "What you mean?" He said, "I'm married." And they was like, "Okay, so you don't got any female friends because you married?" He was like, "Check it out. 99.9% of the men, this is what we want. We are predators." And when I say predator, I don't mean like a deviant. It's deviant.
Yeah.
Men, when we see a woman, boom, that's what we think about. Boom, period. And men that say they don't, they lying. Straight up and down. I'm sorry. Now, some of us have enough poise not to go through with it if we have our woman at home. Mm-hmm. But when we see something, we like, oh, that'd be nice. Period. No doubt. Then the other things come into play. Oh, is she smart? Da, da, da. You're only thinking about that if she's going to be your girlfriend or your wife. But if she ain't going to be your girlfriend or your wife, you ain't thinking about none of that. You don't care about none of that. You're looking at what you see physically. You understand? Mm-hmm. You know? And that's why we was getting on those chat lines. Period. We wasn't getting on there to get friends. We wasn't getting on there because we needed somebody to talk to. We was going on there to meet women, period, to achieve an ultimate goal. Mm-hmm. The ultimate goal was sex. Yeah. This is when we 20, 21, 22, 23. And in my professional and personal opinion, that's what dudes do. And you know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think they might, that's ill. How's that nasty? What do you mean? It's only nasty if she don't want it from you.
Right.
You understand? Right. That's what I told you. You know what I'm saying? It's only disgusting if she's not attracted to you. If she's attracted to you and wants the same thing, it's a beautiful thing. Right? Y'all both have the same goal. That's what I'm saying. We used to get on the line. You talk to a lot of them. You know, you're going by her voice first and foremost, right? And you like you said, we're going on how we think she look. Because she's saying, okay, I'm 5'5", I'm 150, I'm thick, long hair, boom, 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 word, brown, woo, I'm going to see that. And you got to think about this. Now let's bring it back to the reality of it as a 44-year-old man. You know how dangerous that was for us to do that?
Exactly.
For a man. Forget that. For a man.
Yeah, because she can
do that now.
She can have anything, or she can, she can have a pimp, then you really have a problem.
That's what I'm saying. I would never do that now. And thank God that I met a lot of women off the chat line in my day, in my early 20s. Some women, when I got there, I was like, oh, she's crazy. And I left. You understand? For real. Some I was like, okay, yeah, what?
Like, what happened?
She was bugged. You get there and you like, oh, something wrong with her.
Like what? What happened? No, you made me explain the guy. So you gotta explain what she did.
It could be I'm trying to get an incident. I don't, I kind of blocked them all out. If you get married, you block all that out. But you have to. But and hypothetically, you might get to the door and all that, and she might come in and looking like this. Hey, how you doing? Hi, hello. Yeah, how you and you like, oh, she lied to me. All of them didn't tell you the truth. And you turn around and you are right back out. Like, I'm out of here, yo.
Yeah.
But then you get some of them that are exactly what you're talking about. You get to the crib and some of them are in it for the same thing you're in it for at that point in time. But it's a very dangerous thing. Like you said, let's say this is her job to set dudes up to get them to the house. She got 3 dudes in the closet waiting for you. You understand? This happens. And when you get there, door locked, you assed out.
Yeah.
It's on. They got you. You finished. You don't know her. No one knows where you are either. Because you didn't broadcast this back then. When you met her, you just left and said, okay, I'm going to see her real quick. But this was me and my me and my crew. This is what we was doing individually. And then when we come back to each other, we'll come back. Oh, who you met today? Who you met today? Oh, I met this right here. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then fast forward a few years, that's when my man one day, he came in my mom's house, and my mom's had a computer in a room. I used to never get on it because I wasn't in school at the time or nothing like that. I had no need for it. Like I said, I was doing the chat line thing and meeting women still on the street. And like I said, it was a stigma with the online. We knew about it a little bit, but people thought, oh, you mean chicks online? That means you can't get a chick on the street.
Yeah.
And you ain't want that to be said in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to be the type of dude that could be on the block chilling out, see a chick walk past and say, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? And she stopped. And, you know what I'm saying? In the hood, that gave you the dude that get women in the hood got props from the men. You understand? For real. When with the women, it's kind of opposite. The women that get all the dudes, women hate her. You understand?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's so backwards.
Men,
double standards and all.
Right. Men give dudes props that get, that women are gravitate to, whatever. So my man comes in, my man Rick, salute you, King, Black Chameleon, Gans, Dawn Black, that's all his names. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he was like, yo, you can get on a computer and type in anything. And I said, what you talking about typing? He said, you could type in anything, man, and it come up. I said, so we started typing in stuff, stupid stuff. Red Ferrari, Google, right? Whatever. Then now we starting to kick into, now our testosterone's kicking in like, oh, beautiful Black woman.
Yeah.
Boom. What? Beautiful, thick Black woman. We like, we are like kids in a candy store right now. We young. Come on. We 23, 24 years old. Come on, man. We are kids in a candy store like, oh my God. No, you not. So after we did that actually, I guess that's when MySpace came out. You know what MySpace is?
Yes.
Right. When that MySpace came out, boom, that's when it took off. Now you like, oh, we got the profiles of women, their pictures. You can message them. We like, oh my God, I am in heaven. And that's where it began. Now, a site by the name of Black Planet came out.
Okay. Go with it. Wow.
But for them 40-year people that's 40 and better, you know what Black Planet is.
I know what Black Planet is.
You know what Black Planet is. But Black Planet probably a little watered down now. Back then, it was, Black Planet, you was on it. So before I met my wife, it's actually, you know what? I'll get to that. Before I met my wife, I was on Black Planet dating like 7 women, period. Word up.
What? Cute.
I was dating 7 women. Or
7?
they were dating me. 7.
How?
I had me. We would talk on here, but then after that, we would meet actually and go out on dates and all that.
Oh, snap.
So wasn't just talking. We'll talk for a little while and then we got to meet. You know what I'm saying? Forget this because I have an objective here. You understand?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I had a woman from she was actually here, but she was from Europe, and she was blonde hair, blue eyes, and she was a nanny. You know what I'm saying? Her, we met up, yada yada yada. I had a college girl that was going to Fordham University, Black girl. Her family had a little bit of money too, because she had to take me to a house in Long Island because something happened one day, and I said, "Oh, they had the columns in front of the house, yo."
Wow.
You know, I said, oh, they got no paper. I had this older woman. She was a red bone, kind of voluptuous and all that. We went out to dinner and all of that, ate, and she was really, really forthcoming. She had an objective.
Yeah.
but her teeth was yellow, so I ain't mess with her no more. For real.
What? Because her teeth was yellow.
Straight up.
Oh
Sorry.
my God.
We went out to eat. And this is what a man also doesn't like. And like I said, we are the predators, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We don't like overly aggressive women.
Okay.
Like overly,
Yeah.
like that just jumping on you. Like, damn, why are you giving it up so crazy, so easy? What do you have? Do you have that monster? And how many other guys are you doing this to? So most men, respectable men, they don't want a woman that's so thirsty and drooling over him. You know what I'm saying? We want to do the drooling. We want like, yo, man, what's going on? You know what I mean? We the predators. You know what I'm saying? We not the prey. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I think I had a Nigerian woman too.
Ooh, shut up.
Yeah, I had me. Yeah. Her name was Star, I believe. Well, that was her name. I called her. For real. Straight up and down. What you laughing at? Serious. Her name was Star. I had a Nigerian woman, you know. So, but and long story short, I was dealing with all these women and all that. So me and my wife, me and my wife, I've said this, we met on a blind date. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then, you know, so when I met her, because this was the thing, I was searching for something. You understand? I was at this point and see, that's to cut it simply, when you online dating, when you are online trying to find someone, you are searching for something, you are searching for some type of security in your life. You know what I'm saying?
It's
when
not
two
just
people,
sex.
Nah, it leads to that. But it's more about security. You know, this book I'm reading right now, I don't know the name of it. I forgot the name of it. It's about relationships, though. It's about relationships. I forgot the name of it. And the guy says in the book, when you come in contact with that person for the first time, it's more about security. You understand? You know, you're like, oh, I like them. They like you. You know what I'm saying? You don't see none of their flaws either. You don't see that till down the line. And that's when you have to really understand, okay, what am I going to do? Yeah. Do they do a 360-degree turn, or are they still that same person with a sprinkle of flaws? Because that's what most people are. Some people, you know what I'm saying? We are, you know, when you meet somebody, you try to be different from what you really are. Your best self. And then after 3 years, they say, oh,
this is how you are. Yeah.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now you have to ask yourself a question. Am I willing to help them scrape those flaws away and get down to their, you know, actualized self? Or am I willing to just allow them to, you know, keep on allowing this negativity to affect themselves, which is never going to affect me. So after I met my wife, I stopped messing with those seven things, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Because you found what you were looking for.
I found what I was looking for. You know what I'm saying?